What's up, you guys? After Reaction, today I'm going to be reacting to some more Gotham Knights. This is season 1 episode 3. This will conclude whether or not I will be continuing the show after this episode. I'm not going to make a decision right away, but you know, next week if episode 4 is just not here, then you probably know why. Yeah, so let's go over the comments from last week's episode. Yeah, the show is still not doing anything for me. I don't mind all your nitpicks because I have to laugh in agreement. Also, Mr. Collins is basically playing Castiel just without the charming naivety. Yeah. But yeah, the DAs are definitely not one-stop shops. They can do everything like police work, detecting, etc. They are lawyers that try cases and convict criminals, but everything leading up to the court date is left to actual cops. But you know, cue a little recording. Oh my god, where is it? Oh.
TV show's got a TV show.
Anyways, yeah, no, I think it's just a little frustrating because I feel like this is a show that, like, okay, every other CW Arrowverse show, like CW DC show, whatever, they like have to have like a cop-like character, pretty much. Maybe not Legends, but they have to have like a cop character that can do like the investigative work, right? And this is the prime example of a show that needs that, because, you know, we're working out who killed Bruce Wayne, who killed Batman, like, it's all that. You need a detective. However, you have just not cast a detective. Instead, you have a DA character filling that slot, and it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. It will never make sense to me. Production-wise, I feel it's in the middle of how Superman and Lois looks versus Arrow Season 1. But yeah, I'm curious to see where things go with Turner. But but Turner is so weird to choose. Just choose any of the other Robins. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather see you watch Justice League Unlimited and Batman Beyond than this. I have already seen all of Justice League Unlimited. I've said this in a comment on YouTube, but I'll say it here. It's sad that these days people don't give shows a chance. They see a trailer or perhaps one episode and they've decided that it's the worst show ever. Now, I am guilty of it too. But I've heard people talk about this show and other news shows, the Winchesters for example, and the bashing is getting frustrating. People complain that they want a new show, and when they get one, they immediately start overly criticizing it. They pick it apart sometimes for no good reason, and then it gets cancelled, and then the same people cry that there's no shows for them to watch. And the only thing that we've got left is rewatches, boring, or streaming shows where you get 8 episodes, and then you have to wait a year before the next season, which also might just be another 8 episodes. Sorry, Fruits, this isn't directly aimed towards you. This is aimed towards all the people all over the internet that seem to think that they can judge something after having only watched a trailer/pilot episode. Again, points to self, guilty, but it is something we need to get over. That said, anyone who does complain when a show gets cancelled that's geared towards them and ends up having nothing to watch, they deserve to be bored. Rant over. Well, I don't know. Here's what I think. I think that nowadays we are spoiled with how much content that we get. TV shows have gone from being most TV shows have gone from being 22 episodes to like 10 episodes, 8 episodes, 6 episodes, right? And so we're not given a lot of time to So those filler episodes that are normally in a season are the episodes that, I mean, you don't really like very much, but you get to know the characters and they develop the characters in such a way that makes you care about them by the end because you've seen them so much. I mean, I feel like you're going to get more attached to a friend that you've seen a lot than a friend that you don't see as much, right? Because you're more involved in their life, you know? This is like a TV show. You know, you're more involved in characters if you see them more. It's just fact. And with TV shows, you know, trimming out the fat and just all the filler and just giving us like 8 episodes, we expect the show to be so good that right out of the gates that we don't really get the chance to really enjoy characters anymore a lot of the time because we don't learn enough about them in 8 episodes. And so I feel like people going into shows expect to either like a character straight away or not. I think I've just lost everything that I was saying. I had a point. And I've literally just fallen apart. I'm just gonna keep reading my notes. Right. Yeah, no, I looked at the writers and the producers of the first 2 episodes. None of them worked on Superman and Lois. There's some Batwoman credits, The Vampire Diaries, and Krypton, but no, not Superman and Lois, which I guess might give the negative Nellies some actual fuel, because Batwoman and Krypton were kind of shit. I liked Batwoman. I think it was okay. It wasn't the best, but I think arguably it started off stronger than this. Whatever. I can say what I want. Like I've said in the pilot notes, though, they can have this Turner Hayes guy end up not actually being named Turner. It could be an identity given by Bruce to throw us off, some sort of bat witness protection type thing, because Bruce would take every opportunity to make that a thing. And it turns out the dude is actually Damien or some other well-known character, but considering everyone is shit-taking this show, we might not even get to such a reveal if that is the plan. Again, if I were a writer, I'd plan this since, again, who the fuck is Turner? I'm expecting this to be a thing added later. Yeah, it'd be hilarious to me if the show did get better and they did a reveal that it was Damien in the season finale and then the show gets cancelled. A nice middle finger to the haters who ended up liking the show in the end. I'd support that. Maybe it'd teach people not to be so nitpicky. I don't know. You gave up on the Gotham Knights game when you watched a review video of it and got told about some of the negative sides of the game. I remember this. Yes, but also the Court of Owls. Sadly, that and the horrible experience you had with the Batgirl's glider mission convinced you to quit. The Court of Owls being part of the story was just a small detail for it. Well, you know what? Look, can I just tell you? There's like this one little mission where like you have to, like, it's a time trial. You have to use a Batgirl's glider to like hit these checkpoints, okay? And her glider, you don't glide up. You only glide like down slowly. And like the checkpoint is here, but then there's also a checkpoint over here. And it's like, you want me to go like this and then like this? I can't do that because she only goes down. And it just stupid. I took way too long trying to do that. Anyways. That's what I mean with that note. Fruits, Gotham Knights, the game, Bruce gets killed. Since we knew that the Court of Owls was part of the game, and we also knew, because we're not brain dead, that if the show was called Gotham Knights, that having seen the trailer, we knew Bruce got killed. It was very easy conclusion to make that the Court of Owls were most likely part of the show too. I disagree. That might even be in the comics dealing with the exact same storyline, and it's more than likely it's also called Gotham Knights. Of course, this is the CW, and they like to take creative liberties, but come on, I'm honestly baffled about how people were surprised by this. Well, because, like, it's, like, I don't know, like villains. Like it's with Batman's random kid villains. Like what? I don't know. It's I don't know. Yep, shitty security on the Batcave. It took the GCPD 1 episode to find the Batcave. They must have been searching Bruce's home office and accidentally hit the side of that case, I guess. Well, it was not very difficult to find, so I don't know. If I were Bruce, I would have had the cave self-destruct if it sensed the wrong person entering, though. Yeah, Oscar Morgan, Turner Hayes, is British. Okay. I noticed some slip-ups in the pilot. I originally thought I heard an Aussie accent, but no, I was wrong on that. Okay, there you go. I was thinking that, yeah, those halls look very similar to the Legacy set. I can't say for certain, but I do know that several of the people behind the show did previously work on Legacies in some form or another, which actually begs the question. It makes me curious whether or not we'll see some of those actors, because, you know, usually the CW likes to use the same actors a lot of the time. And, you know, Legacy's being over, maybe we'll see some of those actors around. Please, 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 not Ethan. Anyways, maybe they took over the set. Wouldn't be the first time I've seen one show/movie use the set of another to avoid spending money. Bruce's elevator code is 1939. I had a hunch and looked it up, and yep, 1939 is the first year Batman appeared in the comic books, of course. That's an easy Easter egg to figure out, I suppose. No explanation on why Turner knew the code, though. Because I don't know about you, Fritz, but I've got a hunch of different codes for everything. I've got a bunch of different codes for everything. The fact that Turner knew that code seemed a bit far-fetched, but then again, the security on the Batcave sucked. And it's not surprising that Bruce used the same code everywhere. Dude probably took some class in security, as Barry and them took from Star Labs. Probably. Yes, you are nitpicking, but then again, so am I. To a lesser extent, though, but still. You know what? That's fine. I think it's okay to nitpick sometimes. I want something to be good. So I'll nitpick it until it is. I don't know. Anyways, let's get into the episode.
They ripped out his final entry. Whoever it was doesn't want us to know what he wrote.
So I have a theory about, like, the truth is either the fact that he's Batman, or either the fact that the Court of Owls also killed his parents. That's what I'm thinking.
Lost little girl?
Yeah, I'm looking for my batarang.
It seems like they've just changed up her costume all of a sudden. Like, is this a new costume? Like, the pilot episode had her in black. It's very strange seeing, like, teenage characters actually playing vigilantes. Like, usually, like, with the Arrowverse, for example, they're all, like, 25, for example. So, like, watching this little tiny girl try and take on this big guy here.
Nice try.
Did you just kill him?
You okay?
I'm great.
Then I assume there's someone somewhere who's not great?
Yep. This one was kind of personal, actually. Probably should have thanked the mutant leader. He's the reason I met your dad.
And became his sidekick. Yeah, you mentioned that. So did my dad. He wrote about it in his journals.
So how does that happen? Is there like an application process?
I thought you only got one journal.
Gotham Gazette, like mini Bat wanted.
The mutant gang threw him off a building in my neighborhood, and I pulled him to safety.
Oh, you saved Gotham's savior. It's cute.
I was actually just returning the favor. He'd been protecting my neighborhood since before I was born. I thought I owed it to Batman to help him help the people who needed it.
Well, I look forward to reading all about it in this little
Does it say in here why Daddy didn't pick you to be his sidekick?
I mean, that points for him not just doing the whole nepotism thing, and clearly Little Bird is qualified, but I mean, come on, it's gotta sting like a tiny bitty bit that he just handed his whole legacy to some random stranger, right?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
I mean, he can have his reasons and you can still
After the
feel
mutant
upset
gang's
about
reign
it.
of terror following the death of Batman, Gotham can sleep a bit easier tonight. Now that Vernon Wagner, also known by his nom de crime, the mutant leader, is safely, and given his sheer size, snugly behind bars.
In a stunning development, the mutant gang has now claimed responsibility for last night's downing of a GCPD airship that crashed into Ace Chemicals, causing widespread fires that at this moment have not been contained. The motive behind this senseless act of terror became clear when the mutant gang threatened a wave of retaliatory violence against those responsible for the arrest of their leader. Wagner and his mutants are also suspected of being the mastermind behind the collapse.
You take down the mutants. The GCPD takes the credit, and then the mutants take it out on everybody but you. I'm not sure if Batman would be proud of you, but I sure am.
You don't have to do it alone. You were my dad's backup. Let me be yours.
I appreciate the offer. I really do. But you have enough to do trying to clear your names.
Not until we can jailbreak that Alan Wayne file out of the GCPD. Till then, I'm out of breadcrumbs. You know we made a pretty good team against the Talon. Maybe we treat the mutant gang to a bit of that teamwork.
The Talon is a different story. It's one thing to get pulled into danger, it's another to go looking for it. You're a wanted fugitive. Turner, it's too big of a risk.
Is this about me getting caught or me getting hurt?
It's about your dad not wanting you to follow down the same path.
You can't just walk into the GCPD and take evidence.
You can if you're in a cop uniform holding these. Evidence transfer requests, some of my best work. Just a couple of hours in the Gotham Academy art lab.
Let me see.
But you guys are also like most wanted, are you not?
Looks like the real deal to me.
Your mugshot is plastered all over the city.
Yeah.
How are you not going to be recognized?
I can help with that.
Look, they only know me as a scared kid. They're not expecting a rookie cop.
Yeah, exactly, which you aren't. This is too dangerous.
Yeah, it is. And you know what?
He can handle it.
The Talon would have turned me into a patty melt if he hadn't pulled me out of that car. And your problem is that you are so busy trying to protect your brother that you haven't noticed that he doesn't need it. So maybe it's time for you to recognize that he's a total badass. Toodles.
Thanks for sticking up for me. It's nice to have someone believe in me, even if it is you.
She wants something.
Oh. I just said that because there's something I need you to do for me.
I don't like it.
Mr. and Mrs. March, please call me Rebecca. It's nice to finally meet you.
It's a shame we won't be seeing your parents. Your mom's been MIA from the club for weeks now.
Yeah, Dad's taping Quiz Bowl tonight. Mom's been spending more time at the studio to support him. Well, they must be so proud.
Brody told us you're on the fast track for MIT, following in your dad's footsteps.
Well, same as Brody now going to state. Heard you were quite the fencer in your day, Mr. March.
One state, 4 years running.
No pressure.
You'll do fine, I'm certain. Though I doubt we can count on your next opponent also being arrested for murdering his own father.
Maybe keep those on. Do you like your secret identity? It's gonna get knocked out or something? No? Yeah. But he's seen her face now.
What are you doing here?
Waiting on a thank you for stopping him from shooting you?
One, I had him. Two, now I can't question him to find out what they were planning next.
You still can tie him up.
How'd you even find this place?
The rocket that took down that airship came from the north. It's a straight line to this area.
Good to see you, Harvey.
Alright, so whatever's going to happen is going to happen here.
Miss Brown, how are you this evening?
Should I get my lawyer down here before I answer that?
Harvey Dent, Gotham's White Knight in black tie.
Lincoln, good to see you.
Have you met my wife, Rebecca?
No, I don't believe I have. Pleasure to meet you.
So, if you're here glad handing the donor class, I assume the rumors are true and you are running for mayor.
I feel like she's the one in the car
on the
that he
current
was
job I was
speaking
elected
to.
to do.
Maybe.
Is that right?
I don't remember.
Right. Well, if you ever hope to be a politician in this town, you better learn how to lie better than that.
I have to disagree with my husband. I think you lie quite well. I almost believed you when you told him we'd never met.
What's all this?
We were kind of hoping you could tell us. We found these chemicals in some kind of blueprints trashed at a mutant gang stash house. Any idea what they're up to?
It looks like they're making some kind of poison gas bomb. To gas the city? No.
If you release it outdoors, it'll dissipate too quickly. For it to work, it needs to stay concentrated, like in an enclosed area.
The GCPD.
Like a gala?
No, that the cops have Vernon in a cage. I don't think the mutant gang would risk killing their leader.
I know what my daddy would do. He would make a statement.
What does poison gas do?
It kills people?
Well, yes, but how?
It chokes you to death.
A ding ding ding! Yes, and who better to choke with it than the people who've had Gotham by the throat since the very beginning? The ones who are, as we speak, congratulating themselves between bites of little overpriced fish eggs.
The Founders Gala.
Yes, you are on fire today, little bird. Oh, I mean, come on, all those well-heeled hypocrites just gasping for rarefied air. The mayor, the district attorney.
Stephanie.
The party is awful. The lava cake is garbage. My feet are killing me and I'm having a terrible time.
Steph, listen. You have to get out of there.
Why?
The mutant gang's about to do something terrible.
No need to panic. We're just here to provide the evening's entertainment. Do you all like games? Because I have one that I think you'll love. Very simple game. It's called What Does This Button Do?
It's a chaotic scene
I don't
here
know.
at
Press
City
it and we'll
Hall
find
as the
out.
Founders Gala has been taken hostage by the mutant gang who barricaded themselves inside, threatening to detonate a chemical explosive if the GCPD does not release their leader, Vernon Wagner, by 10 p.m. tonight.
Here, you thought you wouldn't make this year's gala.
Not exactly how I wanted to join the party.
Everyone stay on comms. I'll do a sweep while you guys figure out where they put the bomb.
For maximum dispersal, they'll have put it in the HVAC system.
Boiler room's this way. But there might be some of those mutants between here and there.
We gotta get this thing out of here.
Wait! See that? It's a mercury tilt switch. Used to use it in old thermostats. You move it, mercury closes the circuit.
What does that mean?
It means the mutants are smarter than we thought. You move this thing, boom.
Then we have to disable it here.
It's a lot of red tape, and I don't have that kind of authority.
I don't care how much red tape you've got to cut through. There's going to be a lot more red down here if you don't. Now release him, on my order.
Did you hear that? So here's what you're gonna do.
Oh, bowing to terrorists. Good job, dude.
Do I honestly have to tell you what will happen if you give in to their demands?
We make it out of this alive?
You will be sending a message to every criminal that not only do we negotiate with terrorists, but we give them everything they want.
Oh, hardly. Trading one mutant leader for the rest of his gang. Well, this place is surrounded. They're not getting out of here. And I am sending a message to the criminals, Harvey. Don't mess with us.
I just searched for the frequency that'll deactivate this thing, and there isn't one. Just one to activate it. So it's meant to turn on and never turn off.
So the bomb's going off no matter what? That'd kill the mutants along with us.
Unless they planned ahead. Bet they all brought these.
Maybe they always intended to gas the place?
Gotta say, it's kind of the perfect escape plan. The GCPD releases the mutant leader, they set off the bomb. The GCPD doesn't release the mutant leader, they set off the bomb. And then they all piece out of here while seizures and suffocation get to fight over what kills us first. Great. Just gonna hang on to this.
How much time do we have to defuse it?
42 minutes. And that's if the GCPD doesn't release the mutant leader before then.
We have to warn them not to. Buy ourselves as much time as possible.
We're the last ones they'll believe.
There is one person the GCPD will believe. Come with me.
Okay. If you're gonna kill me, just get it over with.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Turner, what the hell are you doing here?
We don't have much time. That gas bomb is in the boiler room. And as soon as their leader is released, the mutant gang are gonna set it off. That's their exit strategy. Kill everybody here, escape in the chaos.
You show up here, and you're dressed like one of them, and now you're telling me that you know what they're planning to do? How?
You need to trust me.
How can I do that? You're a fugitive. Who ran?
Because I was framed.
Then why not let me help you?
Because you can't. You asked me before if I knew what that coin they found on my dad meant. It's the symbol of the Court of Owls. They're a secret cabal that's been pulling strings in Gotham since the city was founded.
Turner, this is insane.
Listen, the court killed my dad. And now they're trying to kill me and the others. We can't trust anyone.
Then why trust me?
Because my
Because
dad
you're a
did.
little two-faced.
What do you need me to do?
We can try to cut off the outflow of the aerosol, stop it from releasing the gas.
And if the stainless steel can't contain the pressure, then congratulations, you've just turned a chemical bomb into a regular bomb.
I suppose you have a better idea?
Yeah, not doing your idea.
Right, because Gotham Academy is renowned for its honors bomb diffusing classes.
Nope, just basic science. We're better off disrupting the power source to the valve that pressurizes it.
That's your solution? Cut the wire? What's next? Bang on it with a hammer? The mutants could have built in hidden redundancy, in which case you cut the primary. This thing hotboxes half the city's power players. Oh, and us.
Can you read me? Me and Duella took out as many mutants as we could. All that's left are the ones in the gallery. How are you two doing down there?
You have to recall the order to release the mutant leader.
Why the hell would I do that?
Because if you don't, we're all dead. It's a double cross. They're gonna gas this place the moment you set him free.
Who told you that?
I'm asking you to please just trust me on this.
Trust the guy that wants my job.
Prisoner coming through.
Delta on point. Sniper team ready. Then move him out now.
And things just got worse. Cullen says they've released the mutant leader.
Carrie, you guys need to take out the rest of those mutants, like, now.
As you requested, Vernon Wagner has been released into the sewer system. Well ahead of your deadline. That's probably him now.
I'm in the subway system. You are good to go.
Our leader's been released! Now you will all be free.
Whatever you're gonna do it now.
We have to shut that bomb down.
Okay, I'm gonna disable the pressure valve.
Too late.
Wait, no!
It was just cutting a wire.
What the hell was that?
Excuse me?
You know what I'm talking about.
You mean the part where I saved our lives?
No, the part where you took a chance with my life.
Which you still have, thanks to me.
You cut the wire without knowing what would happen.
Because I knew what would happen if I didn't. You do realize the only way you win this argument is by being dead, right?
No, because my way would have worked, only you didn't give me a chance because I didn't go to some fancy private school, but that does not make you smarter than me.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did when you cut that wire. This isn't your dad's
You're alive.
game show. Now why don't you go back to your cozy bedroom on the top floor of your mansion? Easier to look down on me from there.
She doesn't look down at you at all this whole time. What are you talking about?
Mr. Dent, we didn't find any explosive devices on the premises.
What? He had a detonator.
We swept the facility, including the ventilator ducts.
Neva's just not gonna believe him
The
again.
mutants were bluffing to get their leader out.
Damn it.
Look, he can have the credit as long as we can have the shiny stuff.
And what the mutants take, we take it away.
Well, I know what you're gonna say. This is so wrong. The Galagas were victims too.
Not all of them.
It's a Court of Owls watch.
Just like the one Ford had.
So's this one.
The Court of Owls were at the gala and we didn't even know it.
There were over 200 people there.
Which means we have no way of knowing who they are.
Well, maybe this will help us find them. As promised, every scrap of paper the GCPD has on Alan Wayne's death.
The court did kill him. Hopefully there's something in here that'll lead us to them.
I think I'll do your sparring partner a favor and call it TKO.
They let him go. After everything the mutant leader has done, and all the people he's hurt, they let him go.
I know. It's insane.
It's Gotham. I try to change it, and it just changes you. Makes me wonder why I even do it.
Because you're really good at it. Not easy to say it, but I gotta admit, I'm jealous of you. I see why my dad wanted you as his Robin. I just wish I'd gotten to see that side of him.
Turner, you got to see the side of him that I never did. The man who takes his kid on camping trips. Dad.
Your siblings, aren't you? I don't know. Batman's like your dad.
So young when my dad died.
So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I never got to experience that kind of stuff. So, I'm jealous of you.
Well, it's clear from his journals how much he cared about you. It's also clear just how responsible he felt for every bad thing that every bad guy did in Gotham, that he didn't stop. It was eating him up inside. And I can't imagine he'd want that for you. My dad didn't want me going down his path, and I may never know why. But I do know following in his footsteps makes me feel closer to him. He wouldn't want you to bear the weight of his legacy alone. Let me help you.
Risking your freedom to save all those people is very brave. And Turner, your dad would be so proud of you.
Is that a yes? Come on. What did you say that night you followed my dad? What convinced him to let you help him?
I didn't convince him. Not that time. He said no. And then I followed him again. And then I asked him again. And he said no. Actually, I got a lot of no's. But I just kept on asking. I guess I never gave up.
Kinda sucks to be the mutant leader then. With that kind of persistence. He won't be free for long.
Was not easy, but I got it.
Just wanted.
Not sure why you wanted that from evidence lockup. I thought you hated him.
Oh, I do. This is just so I don't forget how much.
Cullen?
No, I don't want to hear it. You walked into a building with a bomb in it. You're the last person who gets to lecture me about doing something dangerous. I can handle myself.
I know that.
Really? Because you've been treating me like some weak, scared little kid.
Cullen, you've never backed down from a fight. Not against Dad, not against anybody. Cullen, you are the bravest person I know.
I learned that from my pain in the ass sister, so.
I've been a citizen of Gotham my whole life. I grew up in Cobble Hill, just across the river. For as long as I can remember, unchecked crime and corruption have cast a dark shadow over this city. And I think it's time we remind those criminals that we are not helpless. We will no longer live in the grip of fear. That we will fight for a better Gotham. Fight for a brighter tomorrow.
Get us the hell out of here!
And we will let a new dawn of hope shine down on the streets of this great city. That is what I want.
He's announcing running for mayor.
And that is why I am running for mayor of Gotham.
Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, well that was Gotham Knights Season 1 Episode 3. I feel like a lot of the episode was a little bit, predictable. However, it was okay. This episode was a bit stronger. Yeah, it was decent. I feel like I wasn't as nitpicky this episode, but I don't know. You guys can let me know what you guys thought. And I'll see you in the next one.